You talked earlier about the cluster bombs. It's one thing I wanted to bring up. As soon as I saw the video that we're reacting to, we both watched, there's part of it that shows the dash cam, the window cam of a car that swerves when to the right there's a huge explosion. And it's a building that was hit, and you can see someone slowed it down on another video. You can see the missile coming down, and they've recognized it to be Ukrainian. It's attacking a civilian target in reprisal to the Russians attacking civilian targets. And as soon as Russia is hit, they'll say it's a terrorist attack, but they'll never say it when they've hit the Ukrainians, and vice versa. And this brings up something that has always got me. No one really talks about the civilians who are suffering through all of this and losing their homes and being made destitute, losing their businesses, having family members, well, a lot of them had to flee, didn't they, and died. And also the hidden scandal of where are the children gone? They seem to have been taken. Why are we never talking about these things? It's always about cluster bombs and defences and tanks and who's got the best weaponry, but never the ordinary people.
No, I think that you're right, mate. I think that the toll of human suffering is something we gloss over for some reason, and we really shouldn't. We are supposed to be creatures who are enlightened, that we have moved to a higher state of being, and that we don't do the things that our ancestors did because they were all just savages in the past. And we are no longer barbarians and savages. We are enlightened people. No, we're not. No, we're not. We haven't changed. We still treat people very poorly. We still don't look after humanity. We are still one of the only animals that will just kill for pleasure, for conquering territory. I don't know any other mammals that do that. There may well be some, but I don't think that that's the case. Humans are a very aggressive bunch of people in the right circumstances. And it doesn't have to be that way. You are absolutely right about the children. What happens to the kids in these situations? Well, I can tell you what happens to them. They get trafficked. They get smuggled into different parts of the globe where they get abused, and they get handed from one abuser to another abuser until eventually they either die or that's just their life. So that's what happens to the children, mate. There's a whole business in trafficking children. In fact, there's a film out, isn't there? Sounds of Freedom, which is a film which has been made on a sort of shoestring budget, which is doing very well in the box office and has had lots of anti-comments regarding it. And I think so, what? And again, this is another why. Why on earth would you be anti this sort of thing where you are rescuing children from sex trafficking? Why would you? Why? What's wrong with that?
Who is complaining?
In the mainstream media, there's lots of commentary around the fact that this is a QAnon-inspired film, and you think, no, it's not. This is about forbidden people rescuing kids from sex trafficking. But over the years of my policing career, I have dealt with paedophilia in terms of people who have committed atrocious acts on children. I cannot think of a more noble cause than rescuing children from the clutches of people like that. And anybody who poo-poos that, I would question why. What have you got in it? What skin have you got in the game? Clearly, there's something either financial or perhaps even personal preference that you have got skin in the game on. And I find it staggering. So anybody that has been involved in warfare, anybody that has been involved in any of these areas of life, anybody that has seen the horror and suffering that these things cause should be sitting back and going, we need to stop all this crap. We just need to stop it. And we need to sit down and we need to talk about what we need to do. Does that mean it's going to be an easy conversation? No. No conversations like this are easy. But does that mean we shouldn't do it? It means that we should do it. If a conversation is going to be hard and it's going to be difficult and it's going to annoy you and it's going to rub you up the wrong way, then that's all the more reason to sit and talk to somebody until you can thrash out something that you can agree on. And then you build on that common ground.